an absolutely amazing film, and we really enjoyed making the music for it. So the main challenge is keeping it moving and engaging when the film itself is at this very slow pace. But that pace becomes part of the magic of the film because it's so beautiful and hypnotic with the right music.
Yes, I think we tried to create a hypnotic feel in the music that will parallel the film. If the music's too sort of agitated, I think it will make the audience sort of feel that momentum is about to happen, and if it doesn't happen, then the two won't quite fit together.
But then there are marvellous places where the momentum really does get going, and those really stand out, the dramatic moments. And it's a wonderful film for the harp because Lyda Borelli is doing all this marvellous stuff with the veils, and so it's a wonderful thing to mimic on the harp what she's doing with all her movements. It's great fun.
And I'm good at playing Mephisto on the accordion and the piano.
He makes a lovely Mephisto.
Yeah. It's more that the film seems to be very much sort of, everything seems to be predestined, like, because it's a Faustian tale, but a female Faust. So she makes this pact with Mephisto for youth and beauty. And I guess, yes, you have a sympathy in all those Faustian stories. You do have sympathy because we would all love to have youth and beauty back again. But you know it's inevitable that it's not going to end well. So I think you're more sort of engaged in that inexorable progress towards the end.
Both of us have composed themes, two each actually. I have composed two and Stephen has composed two. So it's very egalitarian, and its themes work well together even though there's two composers.
Yes. We usually work in this way, particularly now when we've worked together for so long. We watch the film separately and then we both suggest musical ideas. There's a lot of improvisation, but we have a kind of a cue sheet, a kind of chart of how we're going to interpolate those melodies. Mm-hmm. And then it comes together in the rehearsal, if we're lucky enough to have one.
Yes. Yes, there's always some elements of invention at the performance, because there's never enough time to rehearse as much as we would love to.
Yeah.
For the viewer, I would second Stephen that there is just this sense of destiny, that once you've made the terrible decision, and let's face it, we've all made terrible decisions. So in that respect, we can identify with this woman who is captivated by the idea of regaining her youth and beauty. And everyone can identify with a bad decision and the consequences of that decision.
And I think for the audience, the challenge for the modern audience is the style of these diva films is so.
It's so.
Yeah, I mean, diva. It's in the name, isn't it?
Yes.
It's opera, really.
Yes.
So it's very operatic, but it's almost consciously so, and it's very unapologetic about that. So I think the audience tends to go with it because it's so operatic.
Yes.
That you just, you will give into it.
Exactly. And also, I think it's really important to honour that it is of its time. And another musical choice would be to play it as if it's a bit of a comedy because she's doing all this. But that's not the choice we wanted to make. We wanted to play it with the same sentiment that the filmmakers used all those years ago.